Well, good day, everybody. Santa Clarita Market Dynamics prepared. This is going to be for the 11th of April. It's going to take us back. We did just complete March, so it's going to give us the full data range for the last 2 years, including all throughout March of 2010. The market's it seemed to relax a little bit after December into January and February, but then March carries a little bit different of a story with it as far as everything goes and the way the market was and currently is. We have seen even a more restrictive market with regard to the releasing of inventory, foreclosures, and such. We've seen it actually slow down even more than it was the first part of the year. When looking at month supply of inventory here, we are seeing that even when compared from February to March, we do see that inventory is lacking, and a lot of the properties that did come out in January, they went rather quickly. I'm running the areas, just FYI, for Saugus, Castaic, Canyon Country, Valencia, Stevenson Ranch, and Newhall, the big six here for the Santa Clarita Valley. So we can see here what I did is the criteria that I put in were 2 years of history. I pulled it from Coretz, which is going to give us all of the data, not only from Southern California or Southland Association Board of Realtors, which basically governs from Southern Palmdale or Acton, if you will, all the way to Mulholland Drive, all of that area within there. This is going to pull from everywhere. So if there is an agent from outside of our area that's posting listings and recorded them as sold, it's going to capture that data. So we're going to see that. I did do a 2-year time frame. I did not put any restriction as far as price, so 0 upwards to the most expensive. I did include all construction types, and I also put, as far as bedrooms and bathrooms, no limit. I did include 3 different property types: single family residences or detached homes, and then of course the attached condominium and townhome configuration. So just to give you an idea, we are down for a month's supply of inventory. I will attach each of these slides in PDF format into any post that I publish this video on that I've prepared. If you look at average days on market by month, we do see a dramatic change between February and March. This number indicating, of course, a 2-year period from last March or a March 2 years ago to this March. But breaking it down on a month-by-month format, you can see February, the month of March had quite a bit more days on market for properties that are out there. So we're seeing that, which is up from January as well. So properties are sitting a little bit longer. I believe that's probably because they're still working on the short sale configuration and getting all that stuff out with the HEVAC and the other programs that are out there, the HAFA. You can look at that at shortsalehelpcall.com, and that'll give you all of the data. Supply and demand, of course, is we have more demand than we did last year. As far as supply goes, we're still down, but still quite a bit more than compared with 2 years ago. And we will continue. I will put all of these slides as well, as I said, attached by PDF. Expired properties by month, we are seeing an increase of properties actually expiring. Comparison from February to March, however, you take this back 2 years, and there's not much that's left on the market given them time to expire. That's when basically an agent takes a 6-month or year contract, unable to sell it for whatever reason, and the property does expire. And the for sale properties, again, we do see a small increase, but those properties, as you saw on a previous slide, are getting into escrow very, very quickly. We are taking more listings coming onto the market. Those listings can either be REO, investment, and we're seeing a lot of that, people purchasing properties at auction and then turning around and flipping them. We do get calls quite a bit from people that are interested in doing that with regular sales. There's just not that much of a buffer in there, and because there's such a large buyer demand, we're watching as the buyers come out of the woodwork when anything good and that has actual true value comes onto the market, which is almost all the properties currently, because we still have the appraisal guidelines What would a part one be like without a part two? Well, here's part two. We did talk about more properties being under contract. Definitely, you can see it's almost double from February to March as far as closed files went. So we do have a lot more people out there that are actually getting properties under contract, but the largest reason, of course, is there was a bump in inventory during January, February, and it could be also we see a lot of investors out there that are purchasing the properties, as I mentioned before, at auction. Number of properties sold by month, and again, this is a recap. If you're just starting on part two, please jump back and go to part one so you can get the full grasp of what we're talking about here today. But I did pull data, from the cities of Saugus, Castaic, Canyon Country, Valencia, Stevenson Ranches, Newhall. As you can see here, these are all single-family residences, condominiums, and townhomes. So everything attached and detached. I did not put a limit on price nor construction type. Bedrooms and bathrooms, I've included all. Here's something interesting. We see a huge amount of solds up, closed cases or closed files from February to March, indicative of the market that we're in. But this is very, very revealing, and you can even see this compared with March of '08 comparison to March of 2010. You see this is darn near 3 times as much, so 42% more. Median for sale versus median sold. Again, we have lots of things going on here, dynamics on this chart. You can see the percentages of change comparison from March of '08 to March of 2010, and you can see how the dynamics are playing within this particular graphic. So we have the for sale prices here, and if you look as far as the numbers, and then the median sold prices here. So we do see a drop in the prices as they were listed with the prices and the offers that were written on these particular properties. Each one of these is going to come with a data sheet, and what I'll do, as I stated in the prior video, I'm going to go ahead and include that particular data sheet within anywhere that I post this, so you'll be able to look at the PDFs that I generated and created for this particular presentation. Median sold price by month, of course, is down, so we're seeing still a reduction in the market as far as pricing goes. If you remember March of '08, we were still pretty high, and we see a large dip of pricing coming down, and you can compare February to March as well and see that seems to still be a prevailing trend within the real estate community. That is where we are as far as market data and information for Santa Clarita Valley in California. You can have a look at this and all the PDF files that we did post, and I hope it does serve you well. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to contact us, any one of our local numbers here in the 818 and the 661. We are headquartered in Santa Clarita Valley, and we work within real estate in all of Southern California. Thanks for listening. I am Connor McIver, your host, and I hope you have just a fantastic day. Thank you very much.